Howdy folks, Timber Drifter here, standing on the shore of the big lake that I live on. I live on part of the year, watching the ice go out. Private residence, keep out. So this is state property, and it's cheap housing for the seasonal employees. I'm not actually living in the lake house right now, but pretty close to the lake, easy walking distance. So some huge old pine trees here that haven't been cut. I don't think these were ever cut. They are pretty darn huge. So I'm thinking by this time tomorrow, there may not be any measurable ice on this lake at all. That's my old K. Woody Saxon that I'm smoking. And what I'm smoking in it Yep. So I pulled a box of stuff out of my storage unit a while ago. Pipe smoking stuff. And that was in there, unopened. And it's at least 10 years old. Likely more than that. And I'll tell you what, it doesn't taste like much. It feels sweet. It has a little sort of a hint of that same it kind of tastes like the vanilla Captain Black, but with cedar pencil shavings. But it's all really mellow. I can hardly taste it at all. It's more like I feel it in my mouth. It's kind of a thick smoke. But anyway, I'm probably just gonna, I smoked about half of it. I'm probably just gonna throw the rest away. It's pretty old and flavorless. So I was walking down here earlier, and I was looking out at the ice, and the ice is moving just a little bit. It's not really waves, but the ice is moving just a little bit, and it kind of has this tinkling sound like broken glass floating on water. Okay? So I was looking at that and just kind of spacing out for probably 20 minutes. And then I looked down at the ground in front of me, and I almost fell over because it looked like the ground was doing the same thing. But actually, it's all the ants. There are so many ants on the ground. I know you won't be able to see them, but you can see all those little pock marks all over there. Those are what the ants are up to. They're kind of, it's almost sundown, and there's hardly any of them out here now. But earlier, they were just, the whole ground seemed like it was ants. Made me dizzy. Isn't that a beautiful lake shore? This is a huge lake. I call it a two-part lake because there's a twin of it on the other side of this peninsula. Oh, and it's pretty nice. Kind of dangerous to canoe, but I do every once in a while. It'll be really calm just like it is right now, and then all of a sudden 4-foot whitecaps. So the way the roots are on this tree kind of makes a nice place to sit sometimes. Not right now though, all the ants would crawl all over me. You can see where all the sand is all heaved up there from the ice pushing it around. Actually, there's some broken ice that's heaved up next to it there that's all melting, making a lot of noise. Oak leaves still on the tree. The whole ground here is just littered with acorns, old acorns, and pine needles. I'm getting covered in spider webs walking through here. You hear that? Pretty neat how that ice comes apart. I don't know if you noticed that. The shape of that ice is very similar to the shape of this. Let me get where I'm not. There we go. This is a pine branch, and that's the knot from inside the stump. But the way that ice came apart mimics that shape, kind of curved and layered. Shapes in nature repeat themselves. Kind of neat. Strips of birch bark on the ground and driftwood. I got so much spider web hanging off of my camera hand. Clear some of that off of there. There we go. It looks like the Bering Sea or something out there, but it's it's actually a really warm day. Really warm. You got this. Let me see if I can get around here. All this moss on the ground. It's kind of brown. Just clumps of it. It's just such a neat landscape. There we go. Yeah. There are a few boats out there navigating the ice fields, making a whole bunch of noise, but if they weren't there, it would be absolutely silent here. The only noise, other than me walking, would be the ice breaking down and the leaves scraping on the tree branches. That'd be the only sound. Well, I'm to the end of where I can walk without busting brush. So, I'll turn around next to this big old dead white pine here. And I'll say goodbye for now. Hope you enjoyed the walk.